Good morning. Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis, and we're live at the HCCTV studios this morning. Hopefully, you're having a good morning. Returning for the 2024 semester. Of course, we were supposed to start classes yesterday, and that didn't happen because we all know why. Froze across the whole city. So we're back, glad to be back. All HCC campuses and classes are in session this morning. One person who I know is very excited about that, Dr. Amy Tan, Dean of our English and Communications Department. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning, Todd.
So you made it into, you're at Central this morning, right?
I am coming to you live from Central. Yes. Yeah. The roads were no trouble. I didn't have any trouble, but I know that there's still places where it's a little icy.
Yeah, there are a few spots. I know I was driving around a bit yesterday afternoon after the sun came out. I ran into a few patches of ice, but yesterday morning, it was a whole different thing. At this time yesterday morning, the roads were literally overpasses. It was like a winter wonderland on the bad part yesterday.
That's right. That's right. And Houston's just not prepared for that. This happens once every couple of years. We don't have the salt trucks. It's just not our regular.
Yeah, so it was a good decision to stay home, stay warm yesterday. But I know you were cold on Sunday morning. How did the marathon go?
Oh, it was fantastic. It was perfect weather. It wasn't as cold as they were forecasting. So I think it was still in the 40, like 38, 40s. But the really amazing thing was it didn't really change that much over the race. That never happens over a 4-hour race where you get a constant temperature like that.
Yeah, it was a perfect running weather. How did you do? What was your overall?
Well, I PR'd. I got under 3:45. I ran a 3:44:20 something, and I'm just over the moon. It was great.
Well, congratulations to you and all the runners. I might try to make it next year. I think I might return to the
Yeah, I miss seeing you out there.
Yeah, maybe next year. All right. Well, it is good to have all of you with us this morning. Of course, we're in a brand new semester here at HCC. It's spring 2024. We're going to talk more about that later in the show. But thanks for watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube. We're here just about every morning. HCC is in session live at 10 a.m. And Amy, they can also catch us anytime in social media and on our cable channel.
That's right. We are live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page, not HCC, and YouTube. We're also on X, LinkedIn, and on HCCTV at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Okay, Amy, I hope you're interested in astronomy because we're going to be talking about the moon. That's right. And all its wonders. And there's an event coming up called Lunacy. Right now, Saul Rivera is joining us. He is the public program specialist with UT Austin McDonald Observatory. Good morning, Saul.
Good morning, Todd.
Well, we're looking forward to hearing all about this. Lunacy is the event, and we're going to check in with you. Amy's going to be with you in about 10 minutes. All right.
All righty.
Okay, let's start kicking things off. We bring on every semester when we kick things off for a brand new semester. We bring our presidents across the district. And this morning, joining us live is Dr. Muddasir Siddiqi. He is the president of the Central College. Welcome back to the show, Dr. Siddiqi. Good to have you here with us.
Good morning, Todd and Amy and Saul and other for inviting me. I'm super excited about the first day of the class. As you mentioned, we planned to schedule yesterday, unfortunately, due to winter, and keeping in view the safety of all, we closed our campus. But this morning, when I came, lot of traffic in the parking lot. So I'm happy, super happy.
Students excited to get back to campuses. I know enrollment's been increasing across the district. You think, we had that pandemic and then people were still liking the online classes. What are you seeing now at the Central College? Are you seeing more students wanting to get back into classes on campus, or are the online classes still popular for you as well?
So I checked a number this morning, and again, it is very promising. It's very encouraging to see a lot of the students are coming back to campus after COVID-19. We offer online classes also. Students are also enrolling and registering for online classes, and they complement their online learning by some face-to-face classes on campus. We offer very flexible schedule, keeping in view Our students have multiple roles and responsibilities. So there's no reason to come back to this beautiful campus of Central College. So
I know last time we spoke, we talked about starting a new smart building technology AAS degree. Now you have a large grant from Johnson Controls to help fund those as well. Maybe you can tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, I think Smart Building Technology Program was approved by, we received institutional approval. We received approval from Texas Coordinating Board. There's a final approval from our accreditation agency, SAC-COC. We are waiting for that. Hopefully, we will launch this program in the fall semester. And, Todd, I tell you, this program is very innovative in terms of it integrate computers, programming, artificial intelligence, construction technology, and electrical. So it might be interesting for a large number of students who want to have control to program in their hands and also have a lot of interest in construction, buildings, environment, and after all, and I would say climate change. So this program is all about how to conserve energy to protect our climate. So I encourage students to learn about this program. It's coming in fall semester. We are ready. We are excited. We are enrolling students, and we have some students enrolled ahead of time.
And you have, I imagine these jobs in this field are growing exponentially. Or would you think that's the case? And these are high-paying jobs too, correct?
Yeah. So, these are high-paying jobs, and if you see credential value, the list of programs, education programs that are considered in Texas as high value, high wage, high demand occupations, construction programs fall under that category, right? And there are multiple opportunities. For example, in terms of students who are interested in construction program, as you mentioned, Todd, Johnson Control is one of the largest control companies in the world, not only in the United States, and they make equipments for buildings and establishments and other facilities.
Right.
They gave us money to offer student scholarship. We also receive money from City of Houston to support students' tuition and fee. So we have multiple scholarship opportunities in our construction program. There are programs which prepare students for entry-level jobs, again, in high wage, high demand fields. So there are many opportunities for students to join construction program at Central or HCC.
You also have something coming up called Space Workforce 2030. Tell us about that.
So this is a program. This is in collaboration with NASA and other agencies. As you know, there are a lot of advancement going on in space technology. SpaceX, Elon Musk venture, and with all these telecommunication development, everything is going to space, right? We want to make sure we include our students in this growing field. So on Friday, we are showing a movie and panel discussion. In the conference, the title of the conference is Innovative Space Workforce 2030. And a student will be able to listen or hear from expert in space. And I encourage our students to please come to this conference. They will learn about career options, career opportunities. And even if you're not interested in the career, learn about the space development, what's going on at NASA. And they will also watch a movie, very interesting movie on Friday. So please show up.
So this is going to happen Friday, January the 19th, 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. We'll have some information in our post after the show. Finally, we only got a couple of minutes left, but you've got a lot of things happening this week. Student Life's Welcome Week activities. But big question is, are you having a Mardi Gras celebration?
We do. So we do. So let me start with the Welcome Week starting tomorrow. And also we have Club Day. So Club Day is the day when different student organizations, they recruit new members. And I encourage students to attend the Club Day, because this is the way you can join different clubs, different group of students, your peers, and learn about different support services available on the campus. Of course, you mentioned, you know, Mardi Gras event, of course, is on Tuesday. It's always on Tuesday, February 13, 2024, at the gym at Central College. And also on, as you know, the February is a month of Black History. We celebrate Black History. We have a couple of programs in line for February. For example, on February 20, we have a Black History speaker session at Central. And there are other events we are preparing for. So please, students, please come and learn about our rich history and the history of Black history, but in the context of Houston.
That's right. We've got an exciting semester ahead. Dr. Muddasir Siddiqi, he is the president, HCC Central College. Thanks for joining us. Have a great semester, Dr. Siddiqi.
Thank you all. Thank you. Have a nice day.
All right. Okay, Amy, we're going to turn things over to you. And you've got a special guest who's joined us from a mountaintop, I believe, right?
A mountaintop. I can't wait to hear from Saul Rivera, Public Programs Specialist for UT Austin McDonald Observatory. Welcome to the show, Saul.
Hello, good morning. Thanks for having me.
We're so glad you can join us. Before we get into tonight's event, tell us about the McDonald Observatory and where you're located.
Yeah, so the McDonald Observatory is a research institute of the University of Texas at Austin. But as you can imagine, Austin has some pretty bright skies, not good for observing. So I actually live on here outside, out in the middle in West Texas, so almost like 500 miles away. And apart from being a very big research institute, we also do lots of work with the public. So we have a visitor center so people can come up and visit us, and we can show them some of the research telescopes up close, show them views through other telescopes during nighttime programs, views of the sun, and just teach people about astronomy.
So what's your elevation? You're up pretty high?
Yeah, so currently where I'm currently at, like the housing area, it's about 6,400 feet above sea level at the very summit of the mountain, Mount Locke. It's about 6,791 feet. Actually makes us the highest point on the Texas highway system. As I like to say, that also means we have the highest public restrooms in the state of Texas.
That is something to be proud of. That's almost Colorado elevation, 6,000. That's pretty high. So we're going to be doing some live streams, but you also host in-person stargazing events. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah, so we during the pandemic we started doing as many other places were closed down. We were closed down as well, and still wanted to be able to still talk to the public. Usually, as the kind of the in-person stargazing events, they're usually Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, and Saturday. People come up here. We have an outdoor amphitheater and telescope park. We do a constellation tour, so use a really cool laser pointer to point out the constellations, stories behind them, how to find them. And during the constellation tour and afterwards, we have telescopes set up for viewing. They're from 8 to 22 inches in diameter. People go up and look through each one, and a staff member is there to talk about what you're looking at. We can be showing anything from planets to nebulae, star clusters, galaxies, the moon, depending what's in season. When we closed down during the pandemic, we still wanted to be able to make that connection still. So we started doing free live streams on YouTube. And we've covered a variety of topics since then. We've done galaxies, we've done planets, we've actually done some with some astronomers, research astronomers, to talk about their work and how observation goes, and also about the moon.
So hence the need for the restrooms, so you have people there. And are those year-round?
Yeah, so our programs are year-round. Basically, we're open Tuesday through Saturday, and we're here all year. The only days during the week we are closed would be during maybe a rare private event, and Christmas Day, New Year's Day, Thanksgiving Day, and I believe also Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. But we do programs throughout the entire year, spring break included.
And what's the weather like? I mean, I'm just curious because it's kind of cold here in Houston. It's unusual. Is your weather similar to Houston? Is it a little colder, hotter?
I'd say compared to Houston a lot colder and a lot drier. So the McDonald Observatory is actually in the Chihuahuan Desert, so that drier climate actually helps us observe many more nights throughout the year. Less moisture, less clouds, less humidity and rain. So it's pretty dry up here, and us being higher up also is colder. So usually, while the rest of Texas might be having 100 plus degree summers, like, oh, it might be 110, 120. Hottest I've personally seen up here was about 91 degrees. And I was like the peak. Usually during the summer, it's at night, it's about in the 70s, actually. It's quite nice.
That sounds amazing. And so people need to be sure to dress appropriately if they're going to head out, but they don't need to worry about that if they're going to join the live stream. And so you're telling us a little bit about the live streams and the subjects that you feature. How often do you do those live streams?
Yeah, so we try doing our live streams about once a month, once every 2 months. We usually try to plan some in advance, and we will make posts on our social media pages, so just McDonald Observatory, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, about a few weeks before about at least a week before the program to let people know. If we know far in advance, we let people know through there, but usually about a month in advance, and we try to go for a variety of subjects.
And how does the audience participate? Are they able to interact with you in the live stream?
Yes, actually. So our live streams usually feature a live chat, so audience can ask us questions. We have moderators in the chat that will answer those questions. If they think a question might need a bit more explanation or might just be really cool to answer on the stream itself, it gets forwarded to one of the hosts. So anyone can drop in any questions, and that doesn't matter what your question is. We get questions from why is Jupiter so big to can you explain to me how dark energy's affecting the expansion of the universe, and we try our best to answer it.
And so do you have some, I guess you have some experts that are working on behind the scenes and making sure that you know they can answer. I know you said you try your best to answer those questions.
Yeah, so the people behind the scenes and the hosts and moderators just basically run staff is a staff here at the McDonald Observatory. So we all have the majority of us have a background in astronomy or sciences. So a lot of us do have astronomy degrees or have at least done lots of education in that field. And if one of us doesn't know, someone else on the team would know. So we can just kind of bounce it around to the person that will know most about it.
That's amazing. I always wonder when I'm out early and I see stars and a moon. I'm like, I don't know what planet that is. It would be great to know. So tell us, everybody wants to know about the Lunacy event. So tell us all about that.
Yeah, so the Lunacy event is a live stream we are doing tonight at 7 p.m. on both Facebook and YouTube, just McDonald Observatory, either on Facebook or YouTube. And it's a event. The stream will be mostly focused on the moon, and the one today also we consider to be a family astronomy one, so it's more catered towards younger audiences. But as you say, astronomers from 2 years old to 100 years old are free to participate, or anyone who wants to learn more about astronomy is free to participate. So tonight's program, we have done several on the moon, and for tonight, have the parts we'll be touching more on is more like what people saw on the moon. So either from the telescopes or the naked eye, such as kind of like stories about what, like mostly here in the Western civilization, Western cultures, it's more the man on the moon is a very common one. But different parts of the world have different stories. For example, in some Scandinavian tales, they see their variation of Jack and Jill on the moon. And also in Serbia, one of the stories that came from Serbia is what some people think might be one of the oldest stories of the thing of, is a moon made out of cheese? The idea is they would see the moon on like a green pond or lake. It'll get kind of like a yellowish color looking like a wheel of cheese. And then also kind of build their way up from there, such as What did Galileo see through his scope? How did the moon look like, the craters, the seas, which they thought were seas, but actually it's just cooled magma, and all the way up to the Apollo missions and future moon missions from Apollo and other space agencies.
Hey, Amy, I've got a question for Saul. So, Saul, big talk around Congress these days. There's been hearings on UAPs, and it's being accepted. First time in 70 years we had congressional hearings on this. Being that you're looking into the skies all the time, have you ever seen anything that you couldn't quite explain what it was, but it had a weird signature to it?
Yeah, so actually I have also UAP until it became an IAP, an identified object. So there are several times that we might see something strange out here. Usually people will come up to us, say, I saw this really weird thing in the sky. What can it be? And from the details, we end up finding out. So one of the ones that was really weird for me until I found more about it was during a teacher workshop. So teachers can actually come out here during the summer usually, and we kind of show them how to tell their students how to do planet form, to what dark energy is, and no, not dark energy is, but how to explain, because no one knows what dark energy is.
Yeah.
But during that workshop, we were stargazing, and we just saw in the sky look kind of like a very bright cloud of sorts, getting brighter, then fading away while slowly moving across the sky. And we were kind of all like, what could that be? Most likely thing was a meteor kind of heading towards us in such an angle that instead of seeing it streak across the sky, it was coming more head on towards us, and since they break apart the atmosphere,
right,
that also play into them getting brighter and then getting dimmer as well. Also, with the increase of satellite launches and rocket launches, we can actually see the Starlink satellites pretty well. At first, it looks really weird. First time I saw them, I was telling people, it's satellites, no worries. Well, in the back of my mind, it's like, that looks like the edge of like a flying saucer, like in like movies with all the lights. But going back through, we were able to find out that actually was a Starlink launch. And if you don't know what they are, they just look like sudden bright clouds in the sky near the horizon or above. And they look really weird, but afterwards, it's like, hey, usually might be debris from space or us sending things up into space.
Fascinating. Well, Saul, we appreciate you joining us this morning. Thanks for being here. And, we look forward to lunacy, and we're going to have all of your information in our social media post after the show.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I hope you have a good day.
Thanks, Saul. All right. Amy, very interesting. So cool. Maybe you can get your kids to tune in on this.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to tune in. I'm going to start following them on social media for sure.
Absolutely. Okay, we've got a few announcements on this first day of classes for the 2024 semester. One of them, Business Launch and Growth, a financial webinar is happening. Attending one of these 3 virtual workshops is a prerequisite to applying for the HCC Business Plan Competition. So keep that in mind. It's happening Thursday, January the 18th, Wednesday, the 24th, and Tuesday, the 30th. Check our post after the show for more info. And we've also got a very serious subject, food insecurity. It's a real thing, and HCC is teaming up with the food bank, I think, to tackle this.
That's right. That's right. And, over 47% of our students report to us that they have food insecurity. So it is very serious. And we're going to have free grocery items available to students in partnership with the Houston Food Bank. No pre-registration is necessary, but early arrival is advised. That's going to be 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Monday, January 22nd. That'll be at the A-Leave Hayes campus. So check our post after the show for more information.
Eagle Chat. What is that all about? Well, it's student life and library services. Did you know that you can find resources you need to complete class projects and assignments, get this, in the library? Check it out. Yeah. Or you can access information from the comfort of your own couch. Join Student Life and the library staff to learn resources that can help students succeed, get your homework done, succeed in your classes. Noon to 1 p.m., Monday, January the 22nd. It is a virtual session. Speaker is Mildred Joseph. Check our post after the show for more information. And for the sake of time, Amy, I wanted to jump down to the spring classes because you can still sign up for a shortened semester. I believe Second Start will start soon.
That's correct. So our 16-week classes started today. There are going to be a few spots available for registration. If the class has not met yet, you might still be able to, if there's a seat available. But we have plenty of seats in our Second Start classes, which begin on February 12th. All of our courses are either in person, online, or hybrid. The online anytime, online on a schedule, where you do get to see your professor online at a certain time every week. We have our hybrid classes that are partially face-to-face and partially virtual, our traditional face-to-face courses, our hybrid lab studio courses. If you want to know more about our HCC programs, start dates, and options to cover costs, visit hccs.edu/apply.
Okay, we're visiting with our presidents this week across the district. Tomorrow, Dr. Zachary Hodges, president of HCC's Northwest College, joins us and will spotlight HCC's upcoming film and panel event on Space Workforce 2030. Sade is here tomorrow. I'll be back Friday, but we are live tomorrow at 10 a.m. with Up to the Minute. Amy, thanks for being here. We'll see you next week, right?
Definitely. Yes, on Monday.
All right. Thanks all. We'll see you again tomorrow.